the most widely mentioned cause for the injury-related absences at the Argentine Grand Prix has been the new MotoGP racing format. But a closer look at what happened in Portugal reveals other factors involved. Sprint races will now be included in the 2023 MotoGP season. It was announced 8 months ago. Throughout the period of that time, there have been numerous discussions and disagreements regarding the suitability of the formula, which finally made its debut last weekend in Portugal. Welcome to MotoGP Live. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the bell icon for more updates. From a spectacle, commercial, and promotional standpoint, this first experience was appraised very well, and the event's promoters came to the following conclusion. The reality is that we are really happy. The owners of the television rights, as well as the partners and teams, have all responded in a very respectable way. As is usual, there will be some things we need to tweak, particularly some of the protocols. But Carlos Espeleta, the sporting director of Dorna, the organization that organizes the MotoGP World Championship, described the result in the Algarve circuit's paddock. "We are delighted with the result. Important issues were already under dispute on Friday. The tension builds up until the sprint on Saturday, which also acts as a hook for the race on Sunday," Espeleta added, who, despite his excitement, is not blind to the worst element of the first stop on the calendar. The injuries were the worst news, but I don't think they're all related to the format. Espeleta's opinion disagrees with that of others, who, in recent hours, have firmly stated that the weekend's new dynamics are to blame for the number of injuries caused by the race at the Algarve circuit. The most serious of all is the one that, following the Tech 3 Gas riders crash on Friday afternoon, will keep Pol Espargaro out of competition for a number of months. Enea Bastianini of Ducati broke his right scapular on Saturday after crashing with Luca Marini early in the sprint. Marc Marquez and Miguel Oliveira were the worst victims of the Honda riders' crash on the third lap of the race on Sunday, adding to the list of absentees for Argentina. The Marquez attack also impacted Jorge Martin, who will be in Argentina with a broken toe and a sprained right foot. The reconsideration of the weekend barely has anything to do with Marquez's mistake. Because the initial stage is essentially a misinterpretation of the situation and over-optimism, the dynamics of this action have been observed previously in numerous cases, such as, for instance, last year in Montemelo, in the crash involving Takaki Nakagami, Francesco Bagnaia, and Alex Rins. In any case, the huge casualty report suits those who have been waiting a long time to hit the shake-up that has been provided to the championship, as well as those who did so before the championship even started with a sledgehammer. Of course, the riders' concerns have received greater attention. For example, Fabio Quartararo referred to Saturday's sprint as a jungle because of the chaos in which he found himself early in the race. The Yamaha rider, who finished 11th on the starting grid and was directly in the heart of traffic due to poor qualifying, believes that soon there will be a really huge accident. Others, including Jack Miller, who was happy about the change, are on the other side of the argument. Regardless of the preferences of one or the other, which are typically permeable to the outcomes, it is right to do a more thorough analysis before blaming the format used in Portugal for what happened there. First, it's essential to think about the situations behind these injuries as well as the circumstances surrounding the year's first event. The final preseason test was held at a track in Portugal. This resulted in extremely quick lap times, while also further balanced an already crowded field. Aleix Espargaro set the fastest lap time on Sunday, 1 minute 38.872 seconds, but 5 of his competitors were already capable of beating the Aprilia rider's time by a tenth of a second. A high level of equality democratizes the odds of getting a favorable outcome, which therefore affects one's willingness to take risks. It's also crucial to consider the unique characteristics of a circuit that, while not dangerous, has a profile that doesn't make it the world's safest, neither in terms of width nor the size of the runoffs. The terrible mistake of not having air fences at crucial spots, like Turn 10 where Pol Espargaro crashed, and the lack of commitment on the part of the layout in replacing the gravel of the runoff tracks, which already created so many problems the previous year, must be added to this. Aleix Espargaro stresses that, in Qatar for instance, none of this would have happened because of the characteristics of the circuit. Theoretical aggressiveness of the riders in the sprint, increased by accumulated stress and nervousness, is the reason why it's believed that the new format acted as a trigger for the injuries that occurred in Portugal. The only person injured there was Bastianini, who broke his right scapula after touching Luca Marini slightly and crashing hard but slowly into the asphalt. I'm aware that there have been concerns, but on Saturday, I saw nothing out of the usual. The riders themselves have more control over controlling aggressiveness than we do. Espeleta believes that Espargaro and he are in agreement on this topic. We need to have internal discussions on how to manage our aggressiveness, particularly in the first laps. Although you can push yourself harder and make touches during the final lap, what happened here at the start is unusual. Although, without directly connecting the surge of riders to the new weekend schedule, Espargaro does highlight the uncertainty that comes with such a significant change. A shift of this size produces a lot of stress and worry. Therefore, we all need to get used to it. Everything will settle down after a few more races. What are your thoughts? Will the sprint races stay the whole season? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for new upcoming videos of MotoGP. Thanks for watching.